Kenneth Egan is with us for the evening. Good to have you, Kenneth.
How are you
Kenneth,
doing?
great to see you.
Thanks very much.
Bit of a tough weekend after the defeat on Friday, or how have you been?
Yeah, I'm okay, you know. I'm not as bad as I thought it would have been. It was a hard fight against Joe. He's an exceptional talent. You know, I always knew I was up against it. He's like a freak of nature, 18 years of age, you know, and to come out there and perform the way he did. He had a great plan and you know, like it worked to his favour. I got mine wrong.
What did you do to your hand on the night?
Oh, I fractured my ring finger on my right hand in the first round, but
did that affect you in the course of the fight?
No, it didn't. I just put that to the back of my mind and I fought on, you know, but he was landing some big shots and the strength, you know, he totally overpowered me. And as I said, it's hard to believe he's 18.
Because you came out in the third round, you really had to throw everything at him.
Yeah, I knew I was getting the scores after each round, so I knew what the score was and how far I was behind, so I had to throw everything at him, the kitchen sink and that, but it didn't work, you know. He had his lead and he obviously protected it.
What's he got? Is it a power thing, a strength thing?
He's very strong, but his distance is very good as well. And that's something I use when I'm boxing, is my distance, but he was just that bit better that night, the distance end of things, and he's able to read an opponent very well too. So he has it all. He just has to tweak a few things, but he's definitely one to watch in the future.
So is your Olympic dream over? It is?
Yeah, for the foreseeable future.
For the foreseeable future.
I won't be going to London, but...
How do you feel after all the work you've put in?
Well, I'm happy I got to Beijing. I got a taste of the Olympic Games, and I was on the podium and stuff, but you know, after the Olympics I had my ups and downs, but I had that fire burning me again to get to London. Yeah. You know, and but it didn't happen this time, but sure.
So, God forbid, no, say if anything happened, say if he broke his arm or anything like that, you could come in then, could you? You could come back.
Well, the team that's selected to go now to the next qualifier have a busy schedule coming up. They've multi-nations and stuff. So if that does happen to Joe, which I hope it doesn't, you know, he deserves to go to the qualifiers now. I'll be training away, and you know, if anything does go wrong, I'll be able to step in.
Has that happened before? Didn't somebody got injured?
It happened with Roy Sheehan back in 2008. He broke his hand and he sent another guy, you know. But we'll just wait and see. But I'm back training, so I'll just keep myself in shape. Yeah,
because you'd imagine when you think about, you know, the lead up to that boxing match the other night, that everything, your adrenaline, psychologically, physically, everything's at a peak. And now, you know, how do you deal with that in the aftermath, knowing that London is not an option for you? You seem to be very calm about it today.
I am, yeah. Look, it was a massive build-up to that fight. It was going around Facebook and everything else. And it was the busiest night the National Stadium has had in a long, long time. I've reached 12 finals in that stadium, and it's the busiest I've ever seen it. And it's great to see amateur boxing back up there again, you know. The atmosphere was electric that night for myself and Joe, and hopefully it'll keep going on. But for me, after the show, I went home. I went to the hospital actually. I got the splint on, but I went home then and had a good thing to myself. It's over now. What's next? But I'm not going to retire yet. I'm still fairly young, you know.
So I was saying to you before we came on air, were you not tempted to go out afterwards?
Yeah,
and I'm sure
I had the thought in my head, of course. You know, I was a little bit let down, and I was annoyed with myself for my performance. But I gave everything in the ring, and I suppose the easy thing would have been to head out and go on the tear for a week or two, you know. But you know, we're back to square one. So I went home and I got my head together. But I'm in a good place now. And
you've come along. Yeah. You've come an awful long way.
That end of it. So yeah, I'm happy, you know. But it's a daily thing, and I'd like to see myself coaching in the future. But as far as that's concerned, that's not till a few years down the road. I still think I have another few good performances left of me. Yeah,
I suppose there was no point. There was people talking about you going pro and stuff like that, but I'd imagine the time to go pro would have been after Beijing.
Yeah, I've heard that over the last few days. You're going to go pro now. You know, you've nothing else to hang around for. But if I was going to go pro, I would have went after Beijing when I got the offers. You know, in America, New York, and stuff like that. But you know, the amateur boxing is my life. I've grown up with it since I was 8 or 9 years of age. I know it inside out. And an aspect from in the ring and outside the ring, because I'd be in Neilstown with the kids as well, coaching the kids. So it's very important that I stay in touch with the amateur side of things, because that's what I do want to fall back on, is coaching in the future.
So what's the immediate plan now from today? What happens?
I'm going to relax for a week. There's a training camp penciled in for the Curragh at the end of the week. I'll get down there and show the face and do a little bit of training. I can't use the hand, obviously, but I'll get back in with the lads and we'll see what happens. There'll be a few competitions in the near future for all the number 2s. So, you know, we'll get to travel again and hopefully I'll get out there to represent the country again. But as far as, look, I'll be 34 when the next Olympics come around in Rio. I'll still be eligible. So who knows?
Yeah, but
I'm looking after my body now, and anything can happen, you know.
Yeah, because I read. I was telling you earlier on there. I read your book over Christmas, and I don't know, was I shocked or with what I was reading, but you found it very tough, I suppose, the transition, Joe, when you were thrown into the spotlight after Beijing to deal with that. And now, as Claire said, you know, say Friday night after the fight again, that temptation to go for a drink, but you're just in total control of yourself now.
Yeah, definitely. You know, that would have been the easy option.
Yeah.
To go into a quiet pub somewhere and you know, hit the drink and say, you know, that would have been the worst thing to do. But
yeah, because you were even saying earlier on there about, you know, say, you have to think of your mother, you have to think of yourself. You could ruin it all with €5 on one drink.
That's it.
Yeah.
I suppose that's the position I'm in. It's a pity I can't actually go for a few drinks, because I used to love the crack that came with the drinking, and that's actually what kept me out for weeks on end, you know. But I'm happy now, and it's great to be able to train when I want, and I'm not letting people down. I can turn up for appointments and all those simple little things that you can do when you're sober.
Yeah.
You're allowed to bar, John.
Kenneth, thank you very much for coming in today.
Thanks.